Hello dear traders, dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is episode number 20 in our MCA Trading Made Simple series. Here we're going to come to the point, we summarize in a concise manner how the markets work, how forex works, how the so-called market causality works. Okay, this is very exclusive. Normally such insights are reserved for institutional traders, but here on this channel, that's the only place where you really are able to actually see how this works. I exposed the inner workings of these algorithms for some time now. Here in this series, I do it step by step. Everything is backed up with real-life examples. Okay, and if you like this stuff, get the MCA web yourself and see how this works in real time. Okay, now, today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. I call this the no learning principle. So basically, to make a long story short, the message here is that without the MK web, without the tools, you can't really learn much as a trader. Okay, if you just see a naked price chart, this doesn't tell you anything consistently. Yes, it may tell you now and then certain patterns, but not consistently, and that's a problem. Because consistent trading requires consistent setups. If that's not the case, okay, then you're basically still blind. Okay, so there's no point in looking for some patterns if the consistency is actually not great. If you would really test it, you would see that yourself. So we have talked about so many things here, about the down money positions, the stops, the option strike targets, the order gap zones, the MTS, squeezes, over leveraged down money positions, semi-smart money, position bars, and so on and so on. Now, I just would like to draw your attention to this point. Okay, here you may have a chart pattern, alright, and then let's say you have the same chart pattern here. Okay, those two chart patterns are exactly the same. Now, whether the price, like in euro dollar, will actually go up or down depends only on this, okay? Only on this. It's literally that simple. If there are down money longings in the market, the price will go down no matter what kind of pattern we had. This, okay? The same pattern here. But what happens? We have the down money being short, so the price goes up and takes the upper stop. Okay, as simple as that. Not rocket science. Okay, so there can't be any proper learning by the blind traders on the down money side. Okay, I call this no learning principle. It doesn't matter. They can invest thousands of hours into tape reading. Yes, you may improve some of your predictions via tape reading. I'm not saying this is not important, but talking about consistent trading, just trying to look at the historic price chart, which this is, okay, it's a point in time, a price in time which has passed, will not allow you to consistently predict anything in the long run. Okay, however, if you understand and see these things, everything can be predicted and you can learn as well, because you understand that depending on the market structure, this or this will happen. You see. And I've made this pyramid before to look at traders' consciousness levels, okay? And it's important to distinguish. This is the old pyramid. I made a new one, which is nicer, and which is also the other way around. Okay, so here the dumb money, these are the ones who haven't even understood how forex works on a basic level. They think it's about supply and demand. This is a ridiculous proposition in 2025. They think there are more buyers and sellers, the price goes up, and vice versa. That's not how this works, okay? This is the lowest consciousness level. If you are a trader like that, really do some studying, watch stuff here on the channel until you understand the message, okay? Then we have the dumb money. The dumb money also doesn't understand how the markets work. It has some weird assumptions. It believes that prices are random. And of course, they do all kinds of other things. As a footnote here, they do over leveraging and trading without stops and all kinds of other things. They overtrade. But they do not even remotely understand how forex works. They don't understand the position bars, the position bar principle. They don't understand the stops, they don't understand the order gap zones, they don't understand the option strike targets, they don't understand the squeeze and all of that, okay? That's why they have wrong assumptions, and therefore they also trade wrong, of course. They are the 90% which lose, okay? They have not done their homework. They are not up to date, they're ignorant. That's an important part. Okay, the lower you go on this pyramid, the higher the ignorance, okay? In the markets, ignorance will cost you money. It's that simple. Okay, then we have a group, we could call them traders, and some of them, they may have a general understanding that markets are rigged out of experience, but they can't point their finger at it, you see? They know that something is off, but they either believe it's only sometimes there are these liquidity sweeps or whatnot, but they don't understand that all the time the smart money algos have the markets in their hands and that they operate according to very clear principles, which I've shown here. Okay, they're not on that level. Or they may understand there's something like stop hunting going on, or maybe they even understand now through this channel that there's some position hunting going on, but they don't understand that there's also option strike targets and all the other things, you see? So they tend to have some general knowledge, but it's not enough to give them an edge. Then we have other players such as brokers. They are aware, especially the desk-based ones, the ones who trade against clients, they are aware of things such as position hunting and all of that. They do their own manipulation on top. We're going to talk about that in a separate video, okay? Like sometimes people confuse my work thinking that I'm talking about brokers, but I'm talking about the actual price mechanism. The broker manipulation of the swap and spread that comes on top. That's why this game is so difficult. We'll talk about it in a separate video, okay? So they have some insights, others don't, and they may often even use it to their advantage or trade it. You know, they are not on the level of the smart money neither, but they're certainly not dumb money. Okay, they are not believing in supply and demand, I can tell you that. Then you see my smart money, like the ones, you know, which we see in the indicator and stuff. They understand the principles, and also they understand that how this works. Okay, we are the semi smart money. Okay, we are MCA traders. We understand how this works. We understand the details. We have the MK web tool, so we have the institutional tool to trade, but we cannot change prices in the markets neither. Okay, this is only the smart money algos. They have full price control. We are not on the level. We're still 2 or 3 steps behind. However, we are not 10 or 20 steps behind like these guys here. You see? 2 steps is doable. You can trade profitably, and you can avoid falling victim to their stop hunting, their position hunting. Okay? You can actually avoid a lot, and you can trade profitably after some studying and experience. Okay? Do your homework, and you can be part of this group. Some of you have changed from this group to this group. That's quite an achievement. Okay? So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to show here is like, whenever you talk to a trader, be aware of his or her consciousness level. Yeah. If I would talk to dumb money, I would literally need to go back to zero. And on the basic level, I would need to explain to them about supply and demand. You understand? But if I talk to an experienced trader, they instantly see that I'm onto something, because they, out of experience, know that there are fish moves, there are stop hunts and all these things. And they know that stop hunting and these things go on. So they are very open to receive the details. Okay, this is our, in a way, is our main target group, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, of course, with complete beginners as well. But often traders who understand the value of the MCA, they are very keen. You see? So this is just a general approach to understand the dynamics and the realities. Okay. And whenever you talk to someone, I mean, obviously, like you, or sometimes I read in forums, I read on different internet pages, and I see what people say and write and claim and all of that. It has improved, okay, like I would say 5 years ago, there were many dumb traders talking about supply and demand. This has changed, so more and more people understand that this is not how this works. But then there's also a gap. People do not know the details like we know here. They don't know about how exactly that works. They don't know about the pre-counter run moves and all that stuff, you see? This is very detailed, advanced knowledge when you think about it. I've completely kind of re-engineered the algo here in front of your eyes, literally, yeah? This is us humans against AI, you know, literally. So, You know, like whenever you talk to another trader, try to show them our work and try to open their eyes so that they have a better chance to become semi-smart one day. Okay? And certainly do not be one of the really, really ignorant traders. It will cost you money. Like here, what will happen, okay? Will the price go up or down? You have no clue when you don't see all that stuff, okay? You have no clue. That's a simple reality. Just based on this year, nah. However, what happens, okay, you have some big shorties entering the market, you see? And there may be an order gap zone and all these things, so the price goes up first, okay? But then there are some longies in the way, so they go back down, that's a principle. They go to the shorties, but they go do a pullback up to price than those guys. They may visit them again, you see? This is what really counts. This is the market causality. And as nasty as it is, as a trader who is on the dumb money side and who has no clue about this stuff here, you can't even learn. That's why there are so horrible posts like, oh, I'm trading for 7 years and I'm losing money. Forex has done this and that. I've traded, it has messed up my life, because what is happening? People are jumping, and that's what I should explain, from one system to another. They try a system, it works a bit, then it stops working, so they try to find the next one. They jump, jump, jump. And these are all statistical systems and indicators, and then, you know, all these naked price chart ideas. They jump to the next, they think, oh, it's all about discipline, and they just lose more money. Yeah. They're moving in a nasty circle, a vicious circle. And once people wake up, they already lost a lot of money, okay? This is a drama. This is a drama you see every day. Like, and so many people are even talking about it. They're just quietly losing money, and the smart money is collecting it. It's literally like that. That's why I started this stuff, okay? To make it more fair again. To give the non-ignorant traders a chance to actually counter the AI and to use a tool, okay? It's very cheap now. Come on, go for it. But you see what's going on. Most traders, they end up in a horrible situation simply because they do system jumping. They're looking for the Holy Grail. This year is the closest we ever have to the Holy Grail. Okay, the market causality is the closest you will ever find to the Holy Grail. Now, obviously, you need to still trade with discipline. You need to use proper risk management. You need to practice your implementation. This is also all very important. Trading psychology, mindset. These things are essential, okay? But the causality gives you like the edge you need to actually have a chance to trade without the system completely dying down and losing on your equity, okay? So be smarter than the dumb money, please. Like, understand what evidence I have delivered here, how this really works, and you know, act accordingly. Don't be stingy when it comes to professional trading tools. £59 per month. If you're serious about trading, you can afford that, okay? You can see the MK web, learn it, do a demo account first, and then, you know, after a while you can go live when you've shown that you can implement these things live. And then it can be a lot of fun for you. But up to this point, it will not be fun. You will be part of the big majority, losing money every day. And that's really not fun. That's why one has to be smarter, okay, than the masses. Okay, I want to keep this one short. Lots of love. Take care.